Welcome back to Only Tyler Will Tell. Oh my god, it's been so long and we're done with that. I'm going to jump straight in. And this episode of Only Tyler Will Tell is actually my very first video idea when making the Only Tyler Will Tell video series. The very first thing I wrote down to paper. And I was waiting for the right time, and now I think is time. Especially now, I think is time. Today's video of Only Tyler Will Tell will be dreams. Do I mean nightmares? No, 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 no. Do I mean, going to sleep and having. No, no, I mean, kind of, but not. That's not really what I'm going for here. I'm talking about that. What do you want to do when you grow up? When you're like 5 years old, or, like, what do I want to do with my life? Let's go deep. What do I want to do with my life? Where do I want to be? So, why do I bring this up? Well, at some point or another in anyone's life, we have ran into that exact person who, the conversation comes up with a friend, a family member, or some random person you've never met before, because there's always somebody like that. You just happen to engage in conversation with them and talking about, where they are now and where they wanted to be, and you ask them like, hey, like, why aren't you doing that though? And then they give you about 35 bullet points in 30 minutes of your time, and it's all, but I just can't, like, I'm just here now and it's kind of too late. Well, first of all, man, it's not too late. It's never too late. Life is not a race, guys. It's never been a race. If you want something, go out and get it. Take your sweet time. Plan this out. Go get it. You don't have to rush it. And the thing is, when we go out and we want to, take that chance to go pursue exactly what we want with our lives, we're afraid to risk anything, and that's ridiculous. And I'm gonna take this. I'm stealing this for my geeks and my anime fans from Attack on Titan. Yes, I said Attack on Titan. This quote is fantastic, and I'm just gonna jump on it. So, he who is willing to sacrifice nothing will gain absolutely fucking nothing. I might have paraphrased there. You can guess the word, I'm sure. Um, I love that quote because if you're not willing to take a chance to gain happiness, do you really, like, how do you expect to get anywhere if you're not willing to take a chance, to go for it, to throw your chips in, throw it all in, give it a shot? Now, why don't we take that chance in the first place? Well, here we go. When we get older, we still have that dreamer quality about us, and I don't think it's as strong as when we're kids for whatever reason, but we go out there into the workforce, into college, into what have you, and a couple of things, like a couple of possible outcomes, like come to mind as to why we don't do this. Now, when you're in college, it's like, well, it's going to be too long. It takes too long to get there. When you find a job and you're like, well, actually, I'm stable here. Like I'm okay here. Like I'm content here. It's all great. No, no, no. Here's the thing. Here's the problem with that. You are mistaking stability and being content as happiness, but it's not. Stability is all well and good for what it's worth. It can be a good thing. It's a small peace of mind and the complacency in like what you're doing, and that's it's good. It's okay. But here's the thing: no one, no one aims to be just okay. Yeah, like when I grow up, I want to be stable, said no kid ever. Thank you, random kid named Bob, who really nobody. No, no, Bob. Fuck you, Bob. It makes no sense. Nobody ever aims to be good enough. We aim for greatness. That is exactly what we should be doing. We need to aim for greatness. Don't settle for less. If you want to go do something with your life, take the chance. Now, I know change is one of those things you will not make any drastic, worthwhile change in an instant, in any kind of moment, any day, the best change happens over time. You can't just say, I want to do this now and just hop over. It doesn't really work like that. Not if it's something like truly that fantastic for you. It's not an overnight kind of deal. If you're aiming for something wonderful, you have to be willing to put the time in to accomplish exactly that. And I mean, if you want that small house out in the woods, if you're complacent and you're stable, and that is totally fine by you, power to you. That's just not for me, and I don't think it's for a lot of you either. I want an empire. I don't want a house in the woods. I want an empire, and no empire was built in a day. Put that time in. Take that chance. Risk it. Because later on, if you don't risk it, you might as very well regret it. I know I would. Maybe I'm wrong. That's just me, though. That's just me. Now, are you willing to take a chance and to put the time in to make exactly the change that you want to see? In this video, something has popped into your mind. Something that you want to obtain has popped into your mind. Maybe you're working on it. Maybe that's what you're aiming for right now. Maybe you're in that place of stability and complacency. Maybe you want more for yourself. If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. That is the truest shit I have ever heard, seen, read, anything. If you love what you do, you will never work a day in your life. Well, you know what you'll be doing? You will be living your dream every day. The funny shit is, you'd be going to sleep, dreaming, and wake up and still be doing the same shit. It sounds fantastic. Completely. But what is keeping us from doing exactly that is complacency. Is good enough. I encourage you to aim a little higher than that. I think the major difference between when a kid dreams and when an adult dreams boils down to two things. Number one, apparently kids dream a lot harder than we do because life hasn't kicked the crap out of them yet. And that's a good thing. You should be encouraged to dream. And honestly, if life kicks the crap out of you or doesn't, it shouldn't discourage you from wanting more for yourself. If life kicks you, you need to get back up. Be like, you hit like a bitch. You're a bitch. And you keep moving. Now, the second thing that I don't think we really think about very much, the difference that actually works out for the adults as opposed to children when dreaming, is we actually have the means to do something about it. This is the time to make these dreams a reality. Now, will you chase your dreams? Will you put the time in that you need to do exactly what you've always wanted to do? Or are you too afraid? Only Tyler will tell.